Never say, I love you first. Here's why women lose interest when you do. Have you ever told a woman, I love you, only to be met with an awkward pause, a forced smile, or worse? Ah, that's sweet, instead of hearing it back. That moment can be brutal, but here's the truth. Saying it first often kills attraction. Women don't fall for men who hand over their emotions too easily. They fall for men they have to earn. The moment you blurt out those 3 words too soon, you shift the power dynamic, making her the prize while you become the one chasing. But if you hold back and let her wonder where she stands with you, that's when her desire grows. Stick around, because I'm breaking down exactly why saying, I love you first is a huge mistake, and what to do instead to keep her invested. 1. Make her earn your love. If you blurt out, I love you too soon, you strip away the thrill of the chase and the emotional investment that makes love feel truly earned. Women, like anyone, value what they've had to work for. And when you hand over your affection on a silver platter without her having to meet you halfway, it can come across as desperate, unchallenging, or even insincere. A woman wants to feel like she's won your love, not like you were just waiting to dump it on the first person who gave you attention. When she has to work for your emotional commitment, it builds anticipation, deepens attraction, and makes your love feel like a reward rather than an expectation. So resist the urge to be the first one to say it. Let her wonder, let her yearn, and let her prove that she deserves your heart before you lay it all on the table. Saying I love you too soon kills attraction. 2. It protects your emotional power. In the game of love, just like in sales, the first to expose their hand often loses the upper hand. When you say, I love you too soon, you're giving away your emotional power, handing her all the leverage before she's even sure how deeply she feels. Attraction thrives on tension, on the push and pull of uncertainty, and when you remove that by being the first to invest emotionally, you risk shifting the power dynamic in her favor. She now knows she has you, and human nature kicks in. People value what they have to work for, not what's handed to them freely. Instead of making her chase, you become the one chasing, the one hoping she reciprocates with the same intensity. And just like in sales, the one who speaks first often loses the negotiation. Except here, the deal is your emotional investment, and if you give too much too soon, she may not feel the need to give back at all. 3. Avoids the awkwardness of an unreciprocated response. Nothing shatters a man's confidence faster than saying, I love you, and getting hit with an awkward, hesitant response. Oh, thank you, or the dreaded, I really like you too. That moment of silence, the shift in her expression, the feeling of putting yourself out there only to realize she's not on the same page. It's brutal. And once that happens, the dynamic changes. Now you're the one feeling exposed, second-guessing yourself, wondering if you misread the connection, while she suddenly holds all the emotional power. Women are wired to be drawn toward men who exude certainty and control, not those seeking validation. When you say it first, before she's truly feeling it, you force her to evaluate whether she even sees you that way yet. And if she doesn't, she might start pulling away, seeing you as less of a challenge, less exciting, less desirable. Instead of gambling with your emotional confidence, let her reach that place naturally. When she says it first, you'll know it's real. 4. Avoid manipulation. Saying, I love you too soon can be a dangerous move, especially with the wrong woman. Some women, whether consciously or not, see an early declaration of love as a sign of emotional weakness, something they can exploit rather than reciprocate. If she's not genuinely invested yet, those 3 words don't deepen her connection. They give her the upper hand. Now she knows she has you emotionally locked in, which can shift the relationship dynamic from mutual attraction to quiet manipulation. She may start testing boundaries, seeing how much she can get away with, or even using your feelings to her advantage. Whether it's for attention, favors, or simply the ego boost of knowing you're already hooked. A mature man understands that love should be earned, not given away like a desperate bid for affection. Instead of handing over your emotional power, let her reach a place where she truly feels it first. Because when a woman is genuinely in love, she won't need to manipulate. She'll naturally want to give just as much as she receives. 5. Women value emotional investment more than words. For a woman, love isn't just about words, it's about how deeply she feels it. A man can say, I love you 100 times, but if she hasn't emotionally arrived at that place herself, those words won't create the connection he hopes for. Instead, they might make her feel pressured, forcing her into a response that isn't fully authentic. Women fall in love through experience, through the way a man makes them feel, through the moments that build emotional depth over time. If she hasn't said it yet, it's not because she doesn't care, it's because she's still processing, still deciding if her emotions match the weight of those words. When you say it first, you risk putting her in a position where she feels obligated to respond, even if she's not truly there yet. And nothing kills attraction faster than forced emotions. Instead of rushing to hear it, focus on creating the kind of connection that makes her want to say it first. When a woman is genuinely invested, you won't have to wonder. She'll make it known in ways far deeper than words. 6. It tests whether she truly values you. A woman saying, "I love you" first is a powerful sign. It means she's emotionally invested, not just going through the motions or responding to pressure. When she's the one who reaches that point on her own, it's because she truly sees you as a man worth committing to, not just someone she's entertaining for the moment. But if you say it first, you rob yourself of that test. Did she really fall for you, or is she just mirroring your words to avoid awkwardness? Women are naturally drawn to men they admire, respect, and feel lucky to have, not men who hand over their emotions without knowing if they'll be valued in return. When she says it first, it's because she's worked through her emotions, weighed her options, and decided that you are the man she genuinely wants. That's when love is real, when she expresses it from a place of deep desire, not just obligation. Let her prove that she values you, let her chase that moment, and when she finally says it, you'll know it's not just words, it's a choice. Conclusion: attraction isn't built on words, it's built on emotion, mystery, and desire. If you've been the guy who confessed too soon and felt her pull away, now you know why. Women value what they earn, not what's handed to them on a silver platter. Instead of rushing to say, "I love you," focus on creating the kind of emotional connection that makes her want to say it first. When a woman truly values you, you won't have to guess, she'll make it crystal clear. So, remember, hold your emotional power, let her chase a little, and watch how the dynamic shifts in your favor. If you found this eye-opening, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and drop a comment below and let me know. Have you ever made this mistake? Let's talk.